Well, I would say that in general, it came from the first trip I took to Paris, actually, in 2006. I had the privilege of traveling abroad. It wasn't exactly the first time I traveled abroad. I'd been on a couple of family vacations, but it was really in North America, Mexico and the Bahamas. But I came to Europe for the first time in 2006 through a summer program. It's very common, I would say common among middle class and upper class Americans to participate in short-term study abroad programs as high school students. And that was my first introduction. And I came to Paris for 1 month in July. It was La Canicule. It was the hottest part of the summer. And that particular year, 2006, was very brutal. But I participated in a service learning program. And so I had the opportunity to volunteer in addition to taking French classes. And the volunteer component is what really opened my eyes to the beauty of international diversity and intercultural exchange. I was in a community called Châtillon to the south of Paris, and my volunteer assignment was to work at a summer camp for children aged 6 to 12, and basically we played games like Jenga and Pictionary and table soccer, things like foosball and things like that. I even went on a field trip with them to Parc Astérix, one of the major theme parks here. And basically the thing that shocked me, the thing that struck me the most was the disparity between what I read in the newspapers about the immigrant community in Paris, for example, and how there was so much strife between people of European origins who lived in Paris and others. And then what I actually saw among these children who were all playing together, whether they were of European origins, African origins, Asian origins, or others. And they all just played these games so peacefully, and they all spoke French. And for one thing, I really hadn't seen them in my French textbooks, for example. I hadn't seen this rainbow of faces. And I really just started to wonder, oh, well, who are these kids and what are their stories? And maybe the Francophone world is a lot bigger but I think the curriculum was pretty limited in introducing us to French speakers from all over the world and of all different colors, shapes, and sizes. So it was that trip that I took, and specifically that volunteer experience in a heavily immigrant neighborhood that really opened my eyes to the diversity of the world and made me interested in other cultures and other countries, and I wanted to learn more and see how I fit in, maybe learn more about my story. I think that's also what led me to major in African American studies later in college.